There's nothing quite like booting up your favorite games and being able to customize your character. Maybe it's a simple reshade, maybe it's the sparkly visual effects or a change to the sound effects. Whatever it is, it's just that feeling of making the character your own. Hey, I'm Pigeon and I'm working on a crafting game. After releasing the demo for Cauldron Craft, I started work on a new progression system. That made its way into the game in the form of a book expansion system. It was a massive simplification of different concepts I had been applying, all smushed into one. And all I needed was something to complete it. A cool reward. Something that makes the game more your own. Yep, it's cosmetics. The first question I had to answer was, do I create set outfits for the character? If I have a set outfit, I wouldn't need to worry about splitting up body parts and putting sprites back together inside Godot. The overall workload might be a little easier, and it already works with the animation system I currently have, which is a big plus. But the thought of being able to change each part of the character on the fly was just a little too tempting. So I chose 7 areas you can customize the character to your liking, once you unlock these options by playing, that is. Next, I had to figure out how I was going to implement the cosmetics. Typically, you could draw each component frame by frame and add them all up together for a composite sprite. Or you could use UV mapping along the lines of how Astortion's creator Artificial showcases. I didn't want to get myself into any more trouble trying to integrate new things, and simply put, the UV map generation didn't seem like I was going to get that on my very first try. Plus, it would be another system I'd have to build inside Godot to color the sprites properly. On the flip side, I had already proofed out that I could do the animations, and the way I built them was almost one part at a time. Almost. I mean, how bad would it be to draw each component frame by frame? It's not gonna be too bad, is it? All I gotta say is, you guys are lucky. You guys didn't have to go through this. I didn't take footage of this, putting this all together, but damn. I don't want to do this again. With the sprite sheets getting completed, I had to understand one final piece to get it all working. How would I be changing cosmetics on the fly? I did a bit of digging and found a nice Reddit page showcasing important tech. The animation player can hold what frame the sprite is at, and that makes it independent of the texture that we are using. That's probably not the craziest thing you heard today, but I was happy when I saw that bit of info. With the animation player playing, you can swap out your textures on the fly. Since we're on this topic, here's some other things I'm going to be saying goodbye to. Mr. Ribbit and June were the last 2 characters I added to the game. Compared to the bookkeeper, I was able to draw them a lot better than before. Also, I think I did a good job on their backgrounds and giving their spaces a unique vibe. It's a little unfortunate, but at this point, all the shopkeepers and characters are out. I was overly ambitious, especially with how these characters would interact on a gameplay level. I've already made a nod to Mr. Ribbit in the chest, but there might not be a throwback to June in this game. With all these characters getting cut, I'm also deeply considering removing any remaining dialogue in the game. And I apologize in advance to any of you who were hopeful about these aspects in Cauldron Craft. I promise I'll be much better and more capable in my next game. I went ahead, added tooltips to each of these buttons, and then I linked it so that you can change which direction Lemon is facing. to see the effects of the cosmetics. However, I haven't created the assets for the individual items, so I just have this grid container right now, and it's probably not gonna make it for this video, but it's something like, you know, Peak or something, right? You're gonna have an item icon. I have the animations ready for the actual character, but that's separate from what it's gonna look like right here. It took just a couple more minutes to write up a couple lines of code, make sure that all the buttons are linked properly now so that when I press the play, the running animation starts. When I press stop, the idle animation plays. And then I check to make sure that the states are being saved when I switch tabs or when I re-enter the scene. Alright, it's time to work on some more assets offline. The rest of it, I'll finish up soon. Thanks for watching, appreciate all of you, and thank you to the channel members and patrons. Peace!